Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Fenty beauty review on the Pro Filter setting powder and the new concealers. So for the price range, the concealer is $26 and the setting powder is $32. So I'm going to start off prepping my face. I'm going to use moisturizer first. I'm using Pacifica Crystal Youth Face Lotion. Just put some on. And for the primer, I'm using Smith & Colt's primer, and this is actually, it's like a black grayish primer, and this is how it looks. When you put it on your face, it like clears out, but it feels really smoothing and like refreshing on the face. So I really like this primer. So I'm going to start off using the Fenty Pro Filter foundation, and this is the shade 190. I'm just using my beauty blender. Now I'm going to apply the concealer, and I also picked this up in the shade 190. And it just looks kind of like a little mini, the packaging looks kind of the same, looks like a mini foundation. It's pretty cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply the concealer. So far it feels really like creamy. And see how it dries down. Now we're going to use the Fenty Pro Filter setting powder. I picked up the shade Butter, and this kind of has like a yellow tint to it. And this is the packaging. Here's the packaging for this. I'm just gonna empty some out on the lid. So definitely you can start feeling that everything's getting like really matte right away once you apply the setting powder to your foundation or concealer. And it does have like, it has like a scent to it. It kind of smells like, I don't know, like vanilla kind of. Just pouring a little bit more, and I'm just gonna apply some more on. So it's definitely really brightening, which I like. Yeah, it definitely smells like it smells really sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna let this bake. So far I'm liking how the setting powder is working. It doesn't feel like too drying, but you can tell that it's like mattifying. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back from applying the rest of my makeup on. So far for my thoughts on the setting powder and the concealer. So for the setting powder, I actually really like this product so far. I'm not seeing any creasing where I applied it. My makeup went on really nice. The highlighter and bronzer went on really good. So yeah, I don't have any like complaints about the setting powder so far. The claims for this product is that it works all day. It reduces shine and blur of the pores. It blurs fine lines and imperfections, and it has a hyper smooth filter that won't flash back. So those are the claims, and this does come in 8 different shades, which I think is really great, especially for all the different skin tones. So I feel like everyone would be able to try out the setting powder. It does have a scent, which is really nice. It's not like super strong, but it does have like a little scent to it, and I really do like that as well. For the concealer, it comes in 50 shades, and it does say that it's matte. For me, it didn't feel like it was matte. It was more like of a velvety finish. It did apply. You can tell that it's right away that it has like really great coverage. It applied really smooth on my skin. It really did do a lot of, like, it did really cover right here in this area. I have a lot of dark spots, so it did a really good job covering that up. Yes, so I really, so far I do like both the products. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna come back and check in with you guys probably in about like 6 hours or so and see how everything is holding up. I also want to mention that I did set my face with the Hangover setting spray. I'm gonna check in with you guys and see how everything holds up, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I am back, and it's now 8:22, and I had on this foundation and concealer and setting powder on for about 6.5 hours. So far I can tell right away that my face, it's still pretty matte. I have like my T-zones a little bit oily, but it's looking pretty good. I'm going to point out a little bit of details. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. So I did start creasing a little bit, like around my inner corner, just right there. But I usually tend to crease in that area the most. I'm not sure. It's a little bit more this time, so I'm not sure if it's like the concealer or like the foundation, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to be like the concealer. It's not like super bad, but you can start seeing it. Other than that, everything else was set pretty good. My contour and the highlighter, it's still there, so that held up really good also. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. I don't look all oily. I tend to get really oily around my T-zone, and it's not really as much as if I were to use like a different setting powder. It's actually helping really good with that. I do feel like my makeup's like still blurred out, and like it looks smooth. So yeah, it looks pretty good still. The only thing is like around my inner corner, it is creasing a little bit. So I would say I'm thinking that's because of the concealer. So as for the prices, the setting powder is $32, which I think is a reasonable price. Most of high-end brands tend to be around $30 to $38 for like a setting powder. So I would say the setting powder, it's a reasonable price. For the concealer, For the concealer, it is $26. That's also more of like what high-end brands price of their concealers. I think Tarte Shape Tape's like 27 or 28, I'm not sure. So it's like kind of around the same price. I would say that the concealer is also a reasonable price. If you guys are interested in trying out the new concealer or the setting powder, I would say pick it up. The concealer, it does come with 50 different shades. And they made, I believe it's like every shade goes with a certain type of foundation shade. So I would say like if that's a plus thing with the concealer. So if you're having trouble finding like a concealer shade for you, you can probably find it with Fenty, since they do have 50 different shades of concealer. I hope you guys like this review and it helps you choose what to pick if you're between choosing one or two things. And yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.